Max.
Hello there everyone. Welcome to selormcars. This is the first video we're actually taking, and this video is supposed to take us through some of the basics we don't know about cars. Many a times we hear so many people talking about cars in so many ways we don't understand, and today we are going to explain all that right here right now. First of all, let's start with the engine. We hear people saying the engine capacity being, say, 4 liters or something, but we don't know what it means here. This is what it means. When someone says the engine is 4 liters, the person is just talking about the displacement. So what the person means is all the volume the engine cylinder sweeps from the cylinders at every movement is supposed to be 4 liters. Basically, it means the air and the fuel it takes in after the power stroke, then the volume that comes out from the exhaust should be equal to 4 liters. So sparking the car alone, that means you are bringing out 4 liters of gas from the engine. So if it's 4 liters, that means there's a lot of work being done in the cylinder in one sweep. That is huge, like very, very huge. So you can imagine the Aston Martin that have like 6.3 liters. I mean, that is seriously huge exhaust coming out, huge volume being swept up. Then we go to the power. Now the power is just how much power the engine produces. It just came out from the horses. Back then they were using horses for transportation. Then they developed it into something that moves on its own. That is the car. Now imagine you tying more than 100 horses to a single chariot to move it. That is a lot of horses. So many horses to move that very small thing there. That's what the engine does. The engine, say, produces more than 100 horses to pull a vehicle. That's how much horses it produces. That's basically about the power. The power of the engine is measured in horses. In some places it's measured in kilowatts. There you have it. Now we are going to how the cylinders are arranged. We often hear people saying a V12, a V6, or even a W18. What does that mean? That simply means how they've been positioned the V. Can you see this? Yeah, V. I know this is not perfect, but then it's a V. That means you have an equal bank here and equal bank here. For instance, when you take a V6, it means 3 cylinders here, 3 cylinders here, all brought together this way, working together to give you more horses. So if you get something like a V10, V12, or a W18, obviously they produce more power. And that is good, because imagine what you can do with more than 500 horses. That is some serious speed there that it will produce. But don't get it wrong, the fact that it produces a lot of brake horsepower doesn't mean the car is fast. There are so many factors, like the weight of the car. It could cause the car to have so much power, but then it won't do anything. Another thing that we should know when it comes to the car is the transmission. Now we hear people saying, I want to drive only a manual car or an automatic car, but then God being so good, we have new kind of transmission. We have the flappy gearbox and we have the Tiptronic. Yeah, you heard me, the Tiptronic. Don't get it wrong, Tiptronic. What the Tiptronic usually have in common with the flappy gearbox is they just have a plus and a minus sign. The only difference is with the flappy gearbox, it is right behind the wheels. So that means when you're driving, it's right here. You're just vroom, 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 then you just shift it, shake it, like hit it, and you are going. But with the Tiptronic, is where the gear, the conventional manual gear is supposed to be. Just that has a plus and a minus. And the thing with that one is, it usually comes with an automatic gearbox. So you just shift it to the Tiptronic side, you engage it, your leg is on the accelerator, and just hit it. How difficult could it be? Just hit it, just hit it. That's how easy it is. Then we go to the drivetrain. The drivetrain actually has to do with the car being a front-wheel drive, a rear-wheel drive, or even a 4-wheel drive. That's also called the all-wheel drive. Now what that usually means is the power, all the horses that we talked about, everything, the power that the car generates, everything goes to the side of the drivetrain. So if it's a front-wheel drive and the car is producing 1,000 horsepower, that means every power that is generating is going to the front of the car, the front wheel of the car. So if it's a 4-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, that means each is divided equally among each of the wheels to get better traction on the road. So And one more thing, yeah, I forgot one more thing. When we are talking about MPG, when you're going to buy a car, they usually tell you that this car makes 12 MPG or 13 MPG. What that usually means is that the miles per gallons. What it means is how many miles will you have to go to consume 1 gallon. That is what the MPG means. So if you have a car with a bigger MPG, that means it's very economical and very, 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 very easy to buy fuel and all. That's what the MPG stands for. So if you have a car that has a 4-liter V6 7-speed Tiptronic and the MPG being like 20 something and the drivetrain being a front wheel drive or a all-wheel drive, what it basically tells you in all that we've said right now is that it consumes or brings out 4 liters after every sweep in the engine. It's a V6 or a V8, and it is very, very, very economical, because in this modern world, if you have a 20 something MPG car, it's not that economical, but then it is economical. Now we've talked about all the theory. I know I've been talking for quite some time now. Fortunately for us, we have a car for a practical, and this is the car. Lovely, isn't it? Now look how beautiful it is inside. My God, everything is just in place. Mind you, it comes with the CD player, air conditioning, with ASB, and it comes with some gauges that can control the CD player too. And we're talking about it. Now this is how the electronic is. See, it has a plus and a minus sign. So instead of using the drive and the park and the reverse and the neutral, you can simply shift it there. Exactly. Then you're going second, third, fourth, fifth, and it changes. There, look on the gauge over there. It changes. It changes as you come up. It changes. That's how awesome the Tiptronic is. And to tell the truth, when you're using the Tiptronic, it's kind of very, very fast. Everything, just look at the light. It's red and it breathes. The engine is just lovely. Can you hear that? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's how nice the engine is. That's how melodious it is. And the front is just not boring. I mean, if I'm driving a car and I have this in front of me, I wouldn't be bored at all. I wouldn't be bored driving. It's just simple and nice. I'm sure the thing I fell in love with this car is how simple the car is and how well we brought everything together. It's lovely, very, very lovely. I'm sure all of you want to go for a ride. Why don't you jump in? Let's go for a ride. Very quiet. Mind you, this is a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine producing 160 brake horsepower. 160 brake horsepower. That's a lot of horses for the car that's quiet. And I'm really enjoying it. Yep. Keep going back. Now let's start a real tone this car. For starters, I would say the steering wheel is very, very soft, very responsive, and a little press to the throttle makes you feel you are cutting through butter. I think I have some theory. Let's see how far this car can go. Mind you, Mazda over the years have created some really lovely cars. Look at the CX-7, the CX-8, and all those other cars, the RX-7, the RX-8. Those are really lovely sports cars, hatchbacks, sedans, and it didn't fail with this one at all. A very nice compact sedan. It's relatively cheap considering the price. Now that we're talking about figures, we'll find out very soon how many seconds it makes how many seconds it makes when we accelerate it from 0 to 60 mph. And yeah, mph means miles per hour. That's just for speed. Yep. The soft steering wheel working here. Very soft. And it's like the car is always hungry to just speed off. A little press to it and it's just going. It's a jolly nice ride, soft and so fun. Sorry. Now that goes for the shock absorbers. The car might be fun to drive, but then with all the ramp that we've passed on, they have quite rough reactions to it. I love this car, no question about that. But then I just hate it when I have to go over a rump. We are going over one now. Look at it. See, I think they should work on that. It's so terrifying. Over the years, taking security into consideration, and they are very serious about it. Now, this car has a certain kind of security. When you enter this car and you spark the car and you just keep moving, and you don't go with that security precaution, you have only 2 minutes. The engine will kill itself. You can't do anything about the car, and you just have to abandon the car. That will make you a terrible thief, right? But then they have this feature. I'm being compelled to tell you about it, but then I'm afraid I'll aid in stealing. So let's just leave it there. Just know, if you want to steal a Mazda, you should be very smart. To go from 0 to 60 here. But then it won't be fair because the road is not entirely a straight road. That means the gravity will aid in the speed, which also means it won't be accurate. But let's just enjoy some speed here, shall we? Tell me you enjoyed the ride in it, because I definitely did. Unfortunately, this is about it right now, and we are just hoping to make other videos very soon for you to enjoy and to get to know more about other cars. But then, if we end a ride now like this, it's going to be fun. We have a surprise for you. Watch out.
Sick, bingo. Sick stuff. Sick stuff. Sick.
I hope you enjoyed the surprise. With me inside, it was fun, trust me. Be expecting more of that. Thank you so much for watching. This wouldn't be a success without you. Please be looking out for more of these. See you later.